नमस्कार दोस्तों, आप सभी का YouTube चैनल लर्निंग हब इफ़ यू डोंट आस्क यू डोंट गेट में स्वागत है। दोस्तों, आज की इस वीडियो में हम बात करने जा रहे हैं आरबीआई गवर्नर्स के ऊपर। रिज़र्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, जिसकी स्थापना 1 अप्रैल 1935 को की गई थी, आज से लगभग 87 साल पहले। इसकी ओनरशिप की बात करें तो ये मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के अंडर आता है। वर्तमान गवर्नर की बात करें तो शशिकांत दास रिटायर्ड आईएएस हैं, जो रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के गवर्नर हैं। रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया की स्थापना 1 अप्रैल 1935 को रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1934 के तहत की गई थी और 15 अगस्त 1947 जब देश आज़ाद हुआ था, उसके बाद आरबीआई को नेशनलाइज्ड कर दिया गया। 1 जनवरी 1949 को रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया नेशनलाइज्ड किया गया। रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के जो पहले गवर्नर थे वह थे सर ऑसबोर्न स्मिथ। इनका कार्यकाल 1/4/1935 से 30/6/1937 तक रहा। सर ऑसबोर्न स्मिथ की बात करें तो ये पहले गवर्नर थे रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के। Sir Osborne Smith was the first governor of the Reserve Bank, a professional banker. He served for over 20 years with the Bank of New South Wales and 10 years with the Commonwealth Bank of Australia before coming to India in 1926. As a managing governor of the Imperial Bank of India. His stewardship of the Imperial Bank won him recognition in banking circle in India. However, his outlook on policy issues like the exchange rates and interest rates was the variance with that of the government. He resigned prior to the completion of his term of office of 3.5 years. Sir Osborne, however, did not sign any banknotes during his tenure. Sir Osborne, जो कि आरबीआई गवर्नर थे, उन्होंने कभी भी बैंक नोट साइन नहीं किए अपने पद पर जब तक वह बने रहे। दूसरे गवर्नर आते हैं सर जेम्स टेलर। सर जेम्स टेलर 1/7/1937 से लेकर 17/2/1943 तक अपने कार्यकाल पर बने रहे। सर जेम्स टेलर ने जो भी आरबीआई के इश्यूज थे उन्होंने उनको क्लियर किया और इनके जब नोट के ऊपर सिग्नेचर आए तो इन्होंने ये दूसरे दूसरे पहले गवर्नर थे जिन्होंने नोट पर सिग्नेचर करना शुरू किए। सर जेम्स टेलर was a member of the Indian Civil Service and had served for over a decade in the currency department of the government of India, initially as a deputy controller, later as controller of the currency, and thereafter as additional secretary in the finance department. He was closely associated with the preparation and piloting of the Reserve Bank of India Bill. He served as Deputy Governor of the bank prior to his appointment as the Governor. His tenure saw the bank through the war years and the financial experiments it engendered and catalyzed, including the decisive break away from a silver currency to fiat money. His second term came to an end with his sudden demise. सर जेम्स टेलर जो कि दूसरे आरबीआई गवर्नर थे। बात करें तीसरे आरबीआई गवर्नर की, वह थे सर सी डी देशमुख। चिंतामन द्वारकानाथ देशमुख जो 11/8/1943 से 30/6/1949 तक गवर्नर के पद पर रहे थे। चिंतामन द्वारकानाथ देशमुख, a member of the Indian Civil Service, was the first Indian governor of the bank. सर सी डी देशमुख पहले भारतीय गवर्नर आरबीआई गवर्नर थे। His association with the bank commenced in 1939 when he was appointed government liaison officer. He later served as secretary and thereafter in 1941 as deputy governor of the bank. On the demise of James Taylor, he took over steward of the bank and was appointed governor in August 1943. During his tenure as governor, he represented India at the Bretton Woods negotiations in 1944, saw the transition to independence and the partition of the country and the division of the assets and liabilities of the Reserve Bank between India and Pakistan. He helped the smooth transition of the bank from a shareholders institution to a state owned organization. When the bank was nationalized on 1st January 1949, he later held the office of Union Finance Minister between 1950 to 56. नंबर 4 के ऊपर आते हैं गवर्नर सर वेनिगल रामाराव। इनका कार्यकाल 1/7/1949 से लेकर 14/1/1957 तक रहा। Sir Benegal Rama Rao, a member of the Indian Civil Service, was the longest serving governor of the bank. Prior to joining the bank, he served as the Indian ambassador to the United States. His tenure wit- witnessed the commencement of the planning era as well innovative initiatives in the spheres of cooperative credit and industrial finance. The recommendation of the All Indian Rural Credit Survey Committee appointing during his tenure led to the transformation of the Imperial Bank of India to State Bank of India. The proportional reserve system of note issue was replaced by a minimum reserve system to give the bank greater flexibility. He resigned in the middle of January 1957 before his second extended term of office expired due to differences with the finance minister. नंबर 5 के ऊपर आते हैं गवर्नर के जी एम्बेगांवकर। के जी एम्बेगांवकर का कार्यकाल 14/1/1957 से 28/2/1957 तक चला। ए जी अम्बेगांवकर, a member of the Indian Civil Service, served as Finance Secretary prior to his appointment as Deputy Governor. On the on the resignation of B. Ramarao, he was appointed as the interim governor till H.V.R. Iyengar could take over. He forged closer connection between agricultural enterprise and the Reserve Bank's operation. K.G. Empegankar did not sign any banknotes. K.G. Empegankar did not sign any banknotes. के.जी. एम्बेगांवकर ने भी कभी बैंक नोट साइन नहीं किए थे। छठे नंबर के ऊपर आते हैं H.V.R. लेंगर, सॉरी इयंगर। H.V.R. Iyengar, a member of the Indian Civil Service, served for a brief while as the chairman of State Bank of India before being appointed as the governor of the Reserve Bank. His tenure witnessed India's shift to decimal coinage from the earlier system. The period saw conscious efforts to consolidate the banking industry. The bank acquired powers in September 1960 to enforce amalgamations and delicensing of banks. The bank was also active in catalyzing medium term lending to industry was commercial bank by invoking the concept of refinance, which led to the establishment of the refinance refinance corporation for industry limited. Deposit insurance for bank deposits was introduced in 1962, making India one of the earliest country to experiment with deposit insurance. In the sphere of monetary policy, the variable cash reserve ratio was used for the first time, as were the selective credit controls. HVR अयंगर, जो कि अपने कार्यकाल पर बने रहे 1/3/1957 से लेके 28/2/1962 तक। सातवें नंबर के ऊपर आते हैं पीसी भट्टाचार्य। पीसी भट्टाचार्य का कार्यकाल 1/3/1962 से लेके 30/6/1967 तक रहा। पीसी भट्टाचार्य, अ मेंबर of the Indian Audit and Account Service, served as secretary in the finance ministry and later as chairman of the State Bank of India prior to his appointment as governor. His tenure saw the establishment of the Industrial Development Bank of India 1964 and the establishment of the Agriculture Refinance Corporation 1963 and the Unite Trust of India 1964. Other developments were the introduction of the Credit Authorization Scheme as an instrument of credit regulation, the devaluation of the rupee in 1966, with a package of measures including import leverage, liberalization and eliminations of export subsidies. आगे हैं एल के झा। एल के झा 1/7/1967 से 3/5/1970 तक अपने कार्यकाल पर बने रहे। एल के झा, अ मेंबर ऑफ द इंडियन सिविल सर्विस, served as secretary to the prime minister prior to his appointment as governor. During his tenure, social control over commercial banks were introduced as an experiment in 1968, as a part of which a National Credit Council was established. Shortly thereafter, 14 major commercial banks were nationalized in 1969, a step which did not have the endorsement of the Reserve Bank. Amongst, amongst other developments, gold controls were brought on a statutory basis. Deposit insurance was in principle extended to cooperative banks. The lead bank scheme was introduced to facilitate credit delivery, and the setting up of the Agricultural Credit Board. L. K. Jha was appointed India's ambassador to the United States in May 1970, prior to the completion of his term as governor. B. N. अदारकर, जो कि अपने कार्यकाल 4/5/1970 से लेकर 15/6/1970 तक बने रहे। B. N. अदारकर held the post of governor during the interregnum till S. Jagannathan could take over as governor. He was a professional economist and served for many years in the office of the economic advisor of the government of India and also held important positions in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry prior to his appointment as the deputy governor of the bank. He also served as India's executive director at the IMF and as deputy governor. He played an active role in the establishment of the National Institute of Bank Management. Next is S. Jagannathan. एस जगन्नाथन जो कि 16/6/1970 से लेकर 19/5/1975 तक अपने कार्यकाल पर बने रहे। एस जगन्नाथन was a member of the Indian Civil Service. He had served with the central government and thereafter as India's executive director at the World Bank. Prior to being appointed as the governor, his tenure of office was characterized by a very active monetary policy in the wake of unprecedented inflation in the country following the oil shock and exponential expansion of banking offices in pursuance of one of the important objectives of nationalization, the establishment of Credit Guarantee Corporation of India, the setting up of state level bankers committees, and the shift to floating rate regime. His, he relinquished office to take up the post of the Indian Executive Director at the IMF. Next is NC Sen Gupta. NC Sen Gupta 19/5/1975 से लेकर 19/8/1975 तक अपने कार्यकाल पर बने रहे। NC Sen Gupta was appointed governor for 3 months till K.R. Puri could assume office. Prior to his appointment as the governor, he was working as secretary to the Department of Banking of the Ministry of Finance. NC गुप्ता केवल 3 महीने के लिए गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे। इसके बाद K.R. पुरी ने कार्यभार संभाला। K.R. पुरी का कार्यभार 20/8/1975 से लेकर 2/5/1977 तक चला। K.R. Puri served as the chairman and managing director of the Life Insurance Corporation of India before his appointment as governor. During his tenure, regional rural banks were set up. The Asian Clearing Union commenced operation. The 20-point economic program was announced and operationalized, and a new money supply series introduced. Next is M. Narasimha. एम नरसिम्हा 2/5/1977 से लेकर 30/11/1977 तक अपने गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे। एम नरसिम्हा was the first and so far the only governor to be appointed from the Reserve Bank cadre, having joined the bank as a research officer in the economic department. He later joined the governor, and prior to his appointment as governor, he served as additional secretary department of economic affairs. He had a short tenure of 7 months. He later served as executive director for India at the World Bank and thereafter at the IMF, after which he served in the Ministry of Finance as secretary. He was chairperson of the Committee on the Financial System 1991 and the Committee of Banking Sector Reforms 1998. Next is Dr. I.G. Patel. डॉक्टर डॉक्टर इंद्र प्रसाद गोवर्धन भाई पटेल, इनका पूरा नाम डॉक्टर आई.जी. पटेल, इंद्र पाल गोवर्धन भाई पटेल। डॉक्टर इंद्रपाल डॉक्टर इंद्रपाल गोवर्धन भाई पटेल, an economist and administrator, joined the Reserve Bank as governor after serving as secretary in the Ministry of Finance and thereafter at the UNDP. His tenure witnessed the demonetization of high demonetization notes as well as the gold auctions conducted by the bank on behalf of Government of India. During his tenure, 6 private sector banks were nationalized. Targets for priority sector lending introduced, and the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation were merged, and a departmental reorganization was undertaken in the bank. He played an active role in availing of the IMF's extended fund facility in 1981 due to balance of payments difficulties. This represented the largest arrangement in IMF's history at the time. डॉक्टर इंद्रपाल गोवर्धन भाई पटेल 1/12/1977 से 15/9/1982 तक गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे। नेक्स्ट गवर्नर जो बने वह बने डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह। डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह आरबीआई गवर्नर के पद पर 16/9/1982 से लेकर 14/1/1985 तक बने रहे। डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह academic and administrator had served as Secretary Finance as well as Member Secretary of Planning Commission prior to his prior to his appointment as governor. During his tenure, comprehensive legal reforms were carried out related to the banking sector and a new chapter introduced in the Reserve Bank of India Act and the Urban Bank Department was set up. After his tenure in the bank, he served in various capacities before being appointed finance minister. His tenure as finance minister was notable for the fact that he heralded in liberalization and comprehensive reforms in India. डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह, जो कि आरबीआई गवर्नर होने के साथ साथ भारत के प्रधानमंत्री भी रहे। ए घोष, जो कि मनमोहन सिंह के बाद आरबीआई के गवर्नर बने, इन्होंने अपना कार्यकाल 15/1/1985 से शुरू किया और 4/2/1985 तक इनका कार्यकाल चला। ए घोष was a deputy governor of the bank since 1982 when he was appointed governor for a brief period of 15 days till R. N. Malhotra could take over. He was earlier the chairman of Allahabad Bank prior to his appointment as the deputy governor of the bank. He was also a director of the Industrial Development Bank of India and the governing body of the National Institute of Bank Management. Next is आर एन मल्होत्रा। आर एन मल्होत्रा का कार्यकाल 4/2/1985 से लेकर 22/12/1990 तक चला। आर एन मल्होत्रा, a member of the Indian Administrative Services, served as Secretary Finance and Executive Director of the IMF prior to his appointment as governor. During his tenure, efforts were made to develop the money market and new instruments were introduced. The Discount and Finance House of India, the National Housing Bank was set up, and the Indira Gandhi Institute of Development Research inaugurated. In the field of rural finance, the service area approach was adopted as an approach catalyze the flow of credit through commercial banks. Next is एस वेंकट रमन। एस वेंकट रमन का कार्यकाल 22/12/1990 से लेकर 21/12/1992 तक चला। एस वेंकट रमन, a member of the Indian Administrative Service, had served as Finance Secretary and advisor to the government of Karnataka prior to his appointment as governor. The country faced difficulties related to the external sector during his tenure. His adroit management saw the country tide over the balance of payments crisis. His term also saw India adopt the IMF's stabilization program where the rupee underwent a devaluation and the launch of program of economic reforms. Next governor is Dr. C. Rangarajan. डॉक्टर सी रंगराजन का कार्यकाल 22/12/1992 से लेकर 22/11/1997 तक चला। यह 22/11/1997 तक गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे। Dr. C. Rangarajan was a professional economist prior to his appointment as the governor. He had charge as deputy governor for over a decade. He was also a member of the Planning Commission and a member of 10th Finance Commission. His tenure as governor saw unprecedented central bank activism to put in place a comprehensive setup of measures to strengthen and improve to competitive efficiencies of the finance sector. New institutions and instruments were introduced and changes in exchange rate management culminated in the establishment of an unfixed exchange rate. In the field of monetary policy, his tenure saw the historic memorandum signed between the bank and the government whereby a cap was on the uh, put on the automatic finance by the bank to the government in the form of ad hoc treasury bills. Next governor is Dr. Bimal Jalan. डॉक्टर बिमल जालान 22/11/1997 से लेकर 6/9/2003 तक गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे। Dr. Bimal Jalan served as chief economic advisor to Government of India, banking secretary, finance secretary, member secretary of Planning Commission and chairman of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister prior to being appointed as governor. He had also represented India on the executive boards of the IMF and the World Bank. During his tenure, India withered the Asian crisis and has seen the consolidation of the gains of liberalization and economic reforms. The monetary policy process was demystified and central bank communications marked a perceived shift towards transparency. This period has seen a slew of measures to strengthen the banking sector, establish new institutions, and introduce new instruments. The period has been characterized by the strengthening of the balance of payment and forex position, low inflation, and soft interest rates. Next is Dr. Y.V. Reddy. डॉक्टर वाई वी रेड्डी 6/9/2003 से लेकर 5/9/2008 तक गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे। डॉक्टर Y. Reddy. Dr. Yaga Gopal Reddy was the 21st governor, is a member of the Indian Administrative Service. He has spent most of his career in the areas of finance and planning. He served as Secretary Banking in Ministry of Finance, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, Joint Secretary in Ministry of Finance in Government of India, Principal Secretary, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and had a 6-year tenure as Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Prior to his appointment as the Governor, Dr. Reddy was India's Executive Director on the board of the International Monetary Fund. Dr. Reddy has made significant policy contributions in the areas of financing sector reforms, trade, finance, monitoring of balance of payments and exchange exchange rate, external commercial borrowing, center state finance relations, regional planning and public enterprise reform, and has been closely associated with institution building. He has several publications to his credit, mainly in areas related to finance, planning, and public enterprises. Next governor is Dr. D. Subbarao. डॉक्टर डी सुब्बाराव 5/9/2008 से लेकर 4/9/2013 तक गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे. डॉक्टर डी सुब्बाराव took over on September 5, 2008 as the 22nd Governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Dr. Subbarao has been appointed for a 3-year term. Prior to the prior to this appointment, Dr. Subbarao was the Finance Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Dr. Subbarao has earlier been Secretary to the Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council 2005 to 2007, lead economist in the World Bank 1999 to 2004, Finance Secretary to the Government of Andhra Pradesh 1993 to 1998, and Joint Secretary in the Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Government of India 1998 to 1993. Dr. Subbarao has wide experience in public finance. In the World Bank, he worked on issues of public finance in countries of Africa and East Asia. He managed a flagship study on decentralization across major countries of East Asia, including China, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and Cambodia. Dr. Subbarao was also involved in initial of fiscal reforms at the state level. Dr. D. Subbarao has written extensively on issues in public finance, decentralization, and political economy of reforms. D. Subbarao, born on August 11, 1949, Dr. D. Subbarao holds a BSc Honours in Physics from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur and MSc in Physics from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. Dr. Subbarao also holds an MS degree in economics from Ohio State University. He was a Humphrey Fellow of MIT during 1982-83. He had a PhD in economics with thesis on fiscal reforms at the sub-nation level. Dr. Subbarao was a topper in the All India Civil Service examination for entry into Indian Administration Services and Indian Foreign Services in 1972. He was one of the first IITians to join the civil service. Next is Dr. Raghuram Rajan. डॉक्टर रघुराम राजन जो कि गवर्नर के पद पर 4/9/2013 से लेकर 4/9/2016 तक आरबीआई गवर्नर के पद पर बने रहे. डॉक्टर रघुराम राजन assumed charge as the 23rd governor of the Reserve Bank of India on September 4, 2013. Prior to this, he was the Chief Economic Advisor, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and the Eric J. Gleicher's Distinguished Service Professor of Finance at the University of Chicago's Booth School. Between 2003 and 2006, Dr. Rajan was the chief economist and director of research at the International Monetary Fund. Dr. Rajan's research interests are in banking, corporate finance, and economic development, especially the role finance plays in it. He has co-authorized Saving Capitalism from the Capitalists with Luigi Zingales in 2003. He then wrote Fault Lines: How Hidden Fractures Still Threaten the World Economy, for which he was awarded the Financial Times Goldman Sachs Prize for Best Business Book in 2010. Dr. Rajan is a member of a group of 30. He was the president of the American Finance Association in 2011 and a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. In January 2003, the American Finance Association awarded Dr. Rajan the inaugural Fisher's Black Prize for the Best Finance Researcher under the age of 40. The other awards he has received include the Global Indian of the Year Award from NASSCOM in 2011, the Infosys Prize for the Economic Science in 2012, and the Center for Financial Studies Dutch Bank Prize for Financial Economic in 2013. Born on February 3, 1963, Dr. Rajan is married to Radhika and had 2 children. And this is all about to Dr. Raghuram Rajan. Next governor is Dr. Urjit R. Patel. Dr. Urjit R. Patel's tenure is 4 September 2016 to 11 December 2018। उर्जित पटेल जी का कार्यकाल 4/9/2016 से लेकर 11 दिसंबर 2018 तक चला। Dr. Urjit R. Patel assumed charge as the 24th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, effective September 4, 2016, after serving as Deputy Governor since January 2013. He was reappointed as Deputy Governor on January 11, 2016, after completion of his first 3-year term of office. Among his assignments as Deputy Governor, Dr. Patel chaired the expert committee to revise and strengthen the monetary policy framework representing India. He actively participated in steering the signing into force of the Intergovernmental Treaty and the Inter-Central Bank Agreement (ICBA) among the BRICS nations: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa nations, which led to the establishment of the Contingent Reserve Arrangement (CRA), a swap line framework among the central bank of these countries. Dr. Patel has also served at the International Monetary Fund (IMF). He was on deputation from the IMF to the Reserve Bank during 1996 to 1997, and in the capacity he provided advice on development of the market debt market, banking sector reforms, pension fund reforms, and evolution of the foreign exchange market. He was a consultant to the Ministry of Finance, Department of Economic Affairs, Government of India from 1998 to 2001. He had also had other assignments in the public and private sector. Dr. Patel has worked closely with several central bank state government high level committees, including the Task Force and Direct Taxes Kelkar Committee, the high level expert group for reviewing the civil and defense service pension system, the Prime Minister's Task Force and Infrastructure, the group of ministers on telecom matters, the Committee on Civil Aviation Reforms, and the Ministry of Power's expert group on state electricity boards. Dr. Patel has several publications in the areas of Indian macroeconomics, monetary policy, public finance, and Indian financial sector, international trade, and regulatory economics. Dr. Urjit R. Patel has a PhD in economics from Yale University and MPhil from University of Oxford and BSc from the University of London. And this is all about Dr. Urjit R. Patel. Next governor is Shri Shashikant Das. शशिकांत दास जो कि 12 दिसंबर 2018 से लेकर आज की तारीख एट प्रेजेंट जो आरबीआई के गवर्नर हैं वह शशिकांत दास हैं। शशिकांत दास आईएएस रिटायर्ड फॉर्मर सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ रेवेन्यू एंड डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक अफेयर्स मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस Government of India assumed charge as the 25th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India effective December 12, 2018. Immediately prior to his current assignment, he was acting as member 15th Finance Commission and G20 Sherpa of India. Shri Shashikant Das has vast experience in various areas of governance in the last 38 years. Shri Das has held important positions in the central and state government in areas of finance, taxation, industries, infrastructure, etc. During his long tenure in the Ministry of Finance, Government of India, he was directly associated with the preparation of as many as 8 union budgets. Shri Das has also served as India's alternate governor in the World Bank, Asian Development Bank (ADB), New Development Bank (NDB), and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIIB). He has represented India in international fora like the IMF, G20, BRICS, SAARC, etc. Shri Shashikant Das is a postgraduate from St. Stephen's College, Delhi University. And this is all about Shri Shashikant Das. Shashikant Das is 25th Governor of RBI. दोस्तों ये 25 आरबीआई गवर्नर थे जो कि 1 बाय 1 सभी डिस्कस किए गए हैं। इनमें सबसे पहले वाले जो आरबीआई गवर्नर थे वह थे सर ऑसबोर्न स्मिथ, और जो आज की डेट में गवर्नर हैं वह हैं श्री शशिकांत दास। सर ऑसबोर्न स्मिथ पहले आरबीआई गवर्नर थे और शशिकांत दास 25वें और अभी तक के आरबीआई गवर्नर हैं। दोस्तों आई होप ये वीडियो आपको पसंद आई होगी। प्लीज़ चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा। आपको ये वीडियो कैसी लगी अपनी राय जरूर दीजिएगा। ऐसी ही वीडियो और इन्फॉर्मेटिव वीडियोस के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। लर्निंग हब, इफ़ यू डोंट आस्क यू डोंट गेट। ओके फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू वेरी मच।